Inside Stalin's secret metro, imagine walking through the echoing tunnels of the Moscow metro late at night. The last train has passed. The lights dim, and somewhere behind a locked door lies a stairway that plunges deeper than the public has ever seen. For decades, rumors have whispered of a parallel subway system, a hidden city under the city, built for the most powerful people in the Soviet Union. This is the story of Metro 2, Stalin's secret metro. The whispered legend for most Muscovites, the metro was a symbol of Soviet pride. Chandeliers, marble halls, mosaics glorifying the working class. But behind the propaganda, the government was obsessed with survival. In the late 1930s, as Stalin's paranoia reached its peak, engineers began drawing up plans for an underground network no one would talk about in public. It would not carry workers or tourists, it would carry generals, party elites, and perhaps the entire government if nuclear war came. Officially, did not exist. There were no public maps, no announcements, yet soldiers and construction crews vanished for years at a time, returning with vague stories of digging special tunnels. Journalists in the 1990s began to call this system Metro 2, a name that stuck. Stalin's underground empire, according to declassified fragments and insider accounts. Metro 2 ran parallel to the public metro, but deeper, as much as 200 meters below the surface. It allegedly linked the Kremlin, the Federal Security Service headquarters on Lubyanka Square, the Ministry of Defense, and secret bunkers on the outskirts of Moscow. One branch is said to lead to Vnukovo 2 airport, allowing leaders to escape the city without ever appearing above ground. The heart of this network was the Remenki bunker, also called Facility 42. Estimates say it could house tens of thousands of people for months, with its own water, food storage, and command centers. Imagine a subterranean city, hidden right beneath the feet of ordinary commuters. Myths and realities. Skeptics argue Metro 2 is exaggerated, that it's nothing more than a few service tunnels and emergency shelters. But too many coincidences feed the legend. In 1992, a former Moscow mayor, Gavril Popov, casually admitted in an interview that yes, such a metro exists. In 2008, an FSB officer reportedly leaked blueprints showing for main lines. Even Western intelligence agencies have referenced the system in Cold War documents. Still, no outsider has ever mapped Metro 2 completely. Photographers who sneak into abandoned service shafts sometimes find doors with heavy locks, warning signs, and air vents leading far below. The Russian government officially denies everything. Built for the end of the world, why would Stalin build such a thing? In the 1930s, he already ordered deep shelters under Moscow to protect against German bombers. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the threat of nuclear war became real. The Soviet leadership needed a command system that could survive a direct strike. Metro 2 was not just a tunnel, it was a war plan written in concrete and steel. Some historians think it also had a political purpose. In a regime built on secrecy and fear, hidden infrastructure reinforced the mystique of power. The idea that the leaders had a way out while the people stayed above fed a quiet resentment, one that still resonates today. Life in the shadows. Accounts from construction workers hint at surreal conditions. Crews worked in rotating shifts, forbidden to discuss projects even with family. Some describe vast halls lined with tiles, rails gleaming in the darkness, trains without markings. Others recall underground dormitories and cafeterias to keep laborers below for weeks. One story tells of a train leaving the Kremlin late at night, a single carriage with sealed windows, gliding silently into a tunnel not shown on any plan. No one knows where it went. The horror element. If you think of Metro 2 as just a military installation, you miss its psychological weight. Beneath the everyday bustle of Moscow lies an invisible double, a network that could decide who lives and who dies in an apocalypse. The contrast between the marble palaces of the public metro and the hidden corridors below is almost Gothic. Chandeliers above, emergency lighting, and steel doors below. Legends speak of ghost stations, platforms built but never used, where workers reported strange echoes and flickering lights. Some urban explorers claim to have felt vibrations from trains that shouldn't exist on any schedule. Cold War and after. Even after Stalin's death, construction continued. Khrushchev, Brezhnev, and later leaders all expanded underground command centers. The network supposedly operated in the 1970s to withstand new weapons. By the 1980s, it formed the backbone of the Soviet continuity of government plan. When the USSR collapsed, funding dried up, but the tunnels did not vanish. In modern Russia, Officials still refuse to discuss Metro 2. Occasional leaks in state media hint at renovations. Satellite imagery reveals odd ventilation shafts. It may still be active, a living fossil of Stalin's paranoia, adapted for a new era. Conclusion: a city beneath the city. So, where was Stalin during the war? Partly, he was already thinking underground. Literally, his obsession with control and survival carved a second Moscow under the first. Metro 2 remains one of the most enduring Soviet mysteries, a hidden artery of power, a relic of fear, and a perfect symbol of a state built on secrecy. Next time you ride the Moscow Metro and admire its chandeliers, remember, just a few dozen meters below, a train might be gliding through the darkness, carrying secrets from a bygone era.